Alright guys, I know I haven't made a video in a while. I just wanted to update you guys on some stuff. The dysphoria is still high up. Um, I've been just trying to take better care of myself because it's unfair that, I am extremely unhappy with myself. I will say this, that I've had a lot of mental breakdowns. And luckily, I have my girlfriend and my fiance, actually, I should say, as a support. Um, she's been with me every step of the way. Um, I finally got a new CBFS worker out of North Suffolk Mental Health. If you are from the Boston area, you may know about this place, and if you are from the Boston area and don't know about this place and you suffer any type of issues like anxiety disorders, or you need assistance with certain things like car rides or stuff like that, or counseling with certain issues, pretty much CBFS workers will help you with coping skills and helping you get out and make your appointments, go food shopping, or pick up your medications. It could be anything. I did have a worker, but we did not connect very well. She was extremely abrasive, and it really did intimidate me a lot because I have a lot of anxiety issues. I have social anxiety. Um, I have phobic anxieties that I cannot speak about. It is health related with medical disorders and stuff like that. I don't remember if I actually mentioned that in my last video, but that's the reason why I held off this transition for so long. But I finally got a new worker who's brand new. Um, she just got hired. She's still in training. She actually was an agoraphobic herself at one point. So this is awesome. I'm actually getting help from somebody who is almost in the same position as I am, because I was diagnosed agoraphobic because of my major depressive disorder, which could be caused by many different things like my past, I had a difficult past growing up as a child, as well as the whole gender identity issue um, caused a lot of this depression as well, and I'm hoping a lot of it clears up once I start T. But the great news of me getting this new worker is that I can finally get a doctor. I'm waiting. I'm gonna meet her for the first time next week. Once I meet up with her and find out what her schedule is like, what her plans are, like when can she meet me, I am going to find a doctor because my original primary care doctor left the clinic, and I have to replace her. So I will be making an appointment with a new doctor. I'm going to have to call my insurance and the clinic and all this stuff. But once I do that, I'm going to talk to my doctor about doing tea, and I'm hoping, I know it's going to be a bit of a process with blood work and making sure stuff is safe. Make sure, like, my body is in good condition to be able to handle this. What type of dose, what type of testosterone supplement am I going to use? Is it going to be by injection? Is it going to be by like a topical cream or gel or something like that? How often, how frequent I'm going to have to do these doses and stuff like that? But I am super excited about that. I've been having a rough time lately with this whole thing. I went through a big anxiety and stress situation um, a little over a year ago, and I lost extreme amounts of weight where my normal body weight should be around 160, and I dropped all the way down to 112. I am now at 153 the last time I checked. So my chest and my hips have grown, and it has caused me to be extremely, extremely irritable and very upset. I had to go to my cousin's graduation party. He graduated high school. I love this kid, and we had a party here, and just that morning I went through a mental breakdown because I was supposed to go to a tattoo and piercing shop to get my septum pierced. My girlfriend was going to get a dermal to replace one that fell out because she had her cheeks pierced. So she only has one. She was going to get the other. I was just very nervous. I don't like being around large groups of people in general because of my social anxiety, but also, like, it's really bothering me that certain body parts are starting to show more. It's getting harder for me to find clothes that fit me the right way because I gained weight as well. All my clothes were from that I bought specifically because I had lost so much weight and I needed clothes to fit me right. Um, I have been putting myself on a schedule as well as my girlfriend. Um, I've been working out more. Um, I'm doing like shoulders, chest, and arms. I don't really have that much progress. I just started a couple weeks ago, and my muscles and stuff don't really grow very well. I'm hoping testosterone will help with that at some point, but I wanted to get a jump start and start working out now. I've been being more strict with eating my 3 meals a day and making sure that it's healthy and lean foods. I'm on a mostly vegetarian diet, so it's very lean food and pure proteins and stuff like that. Plus, I have protein shakes with whey stuff in it to help muscle growth and recover muscle damage and stuff like that. But I've been doing that as well. I haven't really been seeing much of a difference in my body structure, like my muscles or anything. I'm still working on it. I still feel fat like a moose. I made a new Facebook. I made a new YouTube channel to this one that it will be uploaded to because once this testosterone thing is completed, like I finally get the testosterone treatment started and stuff like that, I will be changing all my stuff. I'm getting rid of my old Facebook. I already had made a new Facebook and it for me after transition. Um, the name changed a little bit. I've been having difficulties with the name changing. I'm keeping my first name, but just abbreviating it to Chris. My name is originally Crystal. Um, my father was a drug addict. He committed suicide right before my 5th birthday. A lot of people say that, because I'm so young, it shouldn't really affect me, but I actually was very close to him. I was daddy's little girl. Um, so it was extremely heartbreaking to me. I got nothing but lies from people because you can't tell a 5-year-old, oh, your father was a heroin addict and committed suicide. They're not going to understand that. And it's just not something that's adult problems. It shouldn't be in a kid's life. Like a kid shouldn't have to worry about stuff like that. So I was misled a lot as a child, and I still have issues where I miss him, where I just wish that like for like one day, like he can just pop right back up and I get to see him one day. I listen to the same music as him. I look just like him. I have a photo. I have a couple photos of him. He was actually an immigrant. He was from Ukraine, and he was a ginger, but that's him. And believe it or not, he was only 11 years old in this photo, but twins, right? And this is a photo of him and my mom. This was about a year before I was born. This was taken July 4th, 1989, so it was literally like a year and a month. Uh, no, actually, a little less than a year, like 11 months before I was born. So she got pregnant a couple months after this photo with me, but that's my mother and my father together back in the 80s. Um, but yeah, so yeah, I had issues with my whole father situation and all that. I forgot exactly the point I was trying to make, but um, if you can see his name, they used to call him Edward when he came to the United States. He changed it, but originally his name was Edward Boyarsky, but he changed it to Edward Boyarsky and he just called Eddie. I actually put my last name as Edward. Um, so my name on Facebook is Criseduardrose. Um, it may not be permanent. By the time I actually get my name changed, it may be different at the time, but I'm having a lot of issues with figuring out what to change my last name to because I don't want to keep his last name, which I do have, unfortunately, because I got teased a lot as a child because of this last name. I was around a lot of Americanized white people that were not very cultured, and it seemed like I was the only one out of my class that actually was cultured in some way and kept to their roots. Like, I don't know, a lot of Americanized people I was around. So when they saw a name like that, like Boyarsky, they're like, Chef Boyarsky or Chef Boyardee and stuff like that. You know, when you're in third grade, come on, everything seems like the end of the world to you. So I didn't want to keep it that. I feel bad because I'm the only one left really with this last name besides my mother who changed it so that way she could have the same last name as me, and she wanted me to have my father's last name, so she changed her last name. They weren't married, but she went to City Hall and got her name changed so that way all three of us could have the same last name. But my mother's maiden name is Morel, which is my aunt's father's last name. For some reason, my mother was given my aunt's last name, even though her father was around when she was born. So I don't feel like it's my place to change it to my mother's maiden name because technically I have no relation to this person. And I wanted to originally change my last name to my mother's side of the family's last name, which is Rock. Very original, but yes. And the only issue that I'm having is if I was to change it to Rock, is that my first name is going to be Chris. It just wouldn't sound right. Chris Rock. I can't I can't be teased even more than I already have been with the Chef Boyarsky and all of that, and then now it's going to be a Chris Rock, and we already have a Chris Rock in the family. We have a Shawn Michael in the family. We have a Jack Black in the family. I don't need any more famous people in my family out of names. So, yeah, as far as right now, I mean, I found a great group for people who are transgendered on Facebook. It's called FTM Only. Um, People from all over the United States. I found people that were from my area, which made me really happy because they, you know, made a referral to like go to a place that I used to live near. So it's like, oh my God, they know my hometown. They know this. They know that. Like, yes, they're from where I am. Like, I got excited, but there's really helpful people on there. If you have any questions, you should definitely go and check out this Facebook group and all of that. I know I'm babbling. It's like running on 14 minutes now. But I just wanted to give a little update on what's been going on with me. I swear videos are going to be more exciting and different once tea starts, but I think my girlfriend's home. So I will put the link to my Facebook if you guys want to follow me on Instagram or Facebook. You can subscribe to my channel if anything, if you feel like, this helps you at all. But peace.